Ladies and gentlemen, let me see. Want to pop on here tonight. Let me see what I could get going. Y'all got to forgive my son. Dog out there barking at somebody. The dog is 1.5 pounds and be barking like it's a pit bull. Make sure I got my chat on. Got this set up. Okay, now I got it on. Alrighty. Thank y'all for popping in. Posted a video earlier today. I might was a little late with it. Off the relationship topic today. So if you didn't get to see it, maybe you could catch it later or tomorrow, talking about dealing with family on your journey to success. Very important that you catch that. Want to pop in, do a Q&A. I know we'll have people coming in over time. Make sure you put the hashtag Q in front of your question. Glad you got to see it, Joya, so I can identify that it's a question. Try to get through as many questions as I can tonight, but I got my battery is not 100%. I think I'm around 80%, so I might not get to do my full 90 minutes that I try to do. Love and faith, in your opinion, do rebound relationships work out? No, not if it's a rebound relationship in the true sense of a rebound relationship. Where you're just kind of using somebody to get over the last person, then no. But can you meet the person for you right after you break up with the person that wasn't for you? Yes. But if you get with a person and say, I'm going to get with this person just because I need to, try to heal from the last, then no. When would be a great time to meet up if newly dating? You probably want to get about 5 to 10 conversations in, meaning that should be 5 to 10 hours. Ideally, it would be good to be able to talk to somebody about 10 hours before you meet up with them, just to see if you can peep any, loose screws before just meeting up with a complete stranger. Baby father start to show interest because he sees me with a new guy. Why is that so? We as humans just like what we can't have. Shirley, God bless you now. Bless you. We like what we can't have. So you never want somebody that only wants you when they see that you're unavailable. Why do guys keep contacting you after you tell them the relationship is over? Because men have learned over time with women that that's typically not true. That if he tries hard enough, he can get back in. Regardless of what a woman says, he can get back in. That's what most men believe, and so that's why he keeps trying you. Also, relationship failure is the one type of failure that a man feels like he has the most control in. If he fails on his job or in his sport or something like that where he just gets fired, think of like a man on a sports team. When you get cut, you don't get to go in and talk to the general manager and say, hey, let's negotiate this and about me getting back on the team, why you cut me, I could prove myself. And you don't get to call that general manager every day. But in a relationship, that's a space where you keep getting to reach out. And eventually, most women they give in and say, okay, you keep reaching out. You must be serious. So that's what men have learned over time. Tony, I had an ex-boyfriend, 23. An ex-boyfriend, 23, was together for 5 years, who I've known for 10 years, decided to be abstinent. He literally used this to say we are not on the same page spiritually. Thoughts? I don't know who decided to be abstinent. Sounds like he did if he said y'all not on the same page spiritually. But that is true. If one person want to be abstinent and the other doesn't, then y'all aren't on the same page spiritually. Why do guys keep contacting you? Okay, London posts her question over and over. Trying to make sure I see it. I got you, London. Hopefully you done caught up with me now. I feel a guy is trying to get my attention through Snapchat and IG, but he has a girlfriend. Is he considering leaving her? Why would a man do that? We can't really answer that. Ariel, God bless you now. Bless you. We can't really, that's a grown boy. That's what grown boys do. And I wouldn't feed into it because he ain't trying to leave his woman. If you know he got a girlfriend, he trying to leave her. J. Ray by design. What you got to realize is most men just want to cheat. Most men who doing stuff like that, they just want to cheat. They don't want to leave the woman that they're with for a new woman. Otherwise, he would already left her, and you wouldn't know about a girlfriend. But when you sense a man has a girlfriend and he trying to kind of get your attention, he just looking to cheat. Do you think it's true that the man should like the woman more? That's a good question right there. Let's spend a little time right there. Yes, it is true. It is true because what you have to realize, the reason why that's true is because men love less. So if you notice and you look at relationships, what you'll find is that more women are faithful than men. What you'll find is that more women are sprung than men. What you'll find is that men move on much easier, much faster than women. So what that means is men love less. So the fact that men love less, that means in order for a relationship to work, that man has to love a woman as much or more than she loves him. So that's why that is true, because of the way men love. Saul, I don't have thoughts on that. I don't speak on that on my page because it's largely misunderstood and it's subjective. You know, it's really reading and comprehending. People trying to read a diagnosis, of the term and think about what it means. And what a lot of people say it means is nearly 8, 9 out of 10 men. So it really, which that term is actually a clinical diagnosis that a doctor diagnoses someone with. So to be honest with you, I think right now, I just stay away from that because it's really being overused. Tony, when I call my boyfriend and I say his whole name when he answers the phone, and then he says my name back with his last name, we've been dating almost a year. Does he see me as his wife? He don't see you as his wife till he get on one knee and give you a ring. Until he asks you to marry him, all that is just cute. It just cute. It doesn't mean anything because men will tell a woman that they love them, 2 weeks into talking. So don't hang your hat on that. Marilyn King, why do so many men abandon their kids? That's a very deep question, but to be honest with you, really only God and the men know. But when you think about it, it's like a lot of men who do that. Typically, the only men who do that is men who were abandoned by their father. When a man had his father in his life, all his life, he's less likely to do that. So when that happens, it's really just because, and in the beginning, men were losing. When men started to lose fathers, it was due to imprisonment. It was due to disease, health related issues, death from gang related issues. It was things like that to where a lot of fathers started to get taken. And then from there, it created even more brokenness, and even all the way back, to slavery, where men were stripped away and sold. And so that created brokenness. And now it just passed down. So it's not that the guy is just like this cruel individual who wants to just wreak havoc and just bring all this pain. He's literally operating from his pain. He's doing what he saw done, and he's operating from pain. He's operating from fear. He's really afraid. And so we just have to start to rewire that. And the way that we will change that is how we raise our sons and really being active. But when you look at it, you'll see a lot of mothers, not really single mothers, not really being active in their son's life in the way of holding him accountable, chastising him, setting real standards, really teaching him how to be a man, even though his dad is not there. And then you'll even see a lot of men, single fathers or men who with their woman, not teaching their young man, what real manhood is. Instead, reinforcing. Like we saw the rapper on go viral talking about his 12-year-old son. He let him get okay from a grown woman. That right there shows you how brokenness goes into more brokenness. Lost, hurting, confused, was not raised properly, was not raised, just grew. So now passing that brokenness, that pain, them generational curses, ignorance, all of that, passing it down. And so that's really what's happening. And it's just going from family to family. Hi, Tony. Was in an over 20-year marriage. Husband left, stated due to his son being sick. First year, I traveled to see him. I don't know what that word is there. Yeah, I really don't know what that question is. See, Panisi, God bless you now. There's this man I used to date, and he would always say God sent me to him, and that I reminded him of his mother. How do you know when it's genuine or not when a man speaks like this? It's never genuine unless his actions back it up. So you have to watch what a person does more than you listen to what a person says. Nothing a man says is true unless his actions back it up. So his actions will back it up, and he will be consistent. So you won't know what's genuine from a man just right when he says it. You'll know over time. That may take 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year. So you got to understand that. Veronica M., God bless you. Now, when a guy says he wants to take a break for 3 weeks until the semester is over because of school stress, do you think he was being honest? Well, Veronica, the thing about it is y'all too young to be dating. So you can't really get too caught up in that, to be honest with you. Like a relationship with a man that's in college, in his semester, and need to stop talking to his woman friend because of school stress, he too young to be dating. Because one day he gonna be stressed on a job. One day he gonna be working 10, 12 hours a day. One day he gonna not like his boss. And then what he gonna do? Say, oh, I need to take a break? But it goes to show you, y'all too young to be dating. AC Hightower, God bless you. Now, married 4 years, together 14 years. Husband cheated 1 year ago. I stayed, and he wanted to be just friends, yet won't stop talking to the woman. I put him out, but he still calls as if he has nowhere to go. Thoughts? Well, on that situation right there, you wasted 13 years of your life. Because what we don't realize oftentimes is that after that first year is really, that's at month 12, that's the deal breaker. That's when you know if somebody is in or out. That's when you know if it's real or fake. But a lot of times we don't evaluate it. And anytime a man is with you more than 3 years without marrying you, now y'all together 14 years, got married 4 years ago. If it take a man 10 years to marry you, that means the relationship was over a long time ago. So now the fact that you done put him out, you done move on with your life, and you say he cheated a year ago. He been cheating for 14 years. But it's so easy to cheat that you just didn't catch him. A man don't wait 13 years to cheat. If a man gonna cheat, it's gonna happen in the first two years, first 2 or 3 years before he's fully gotten to know you and fully fallen in love with you all the way, before he fully respects you. You've been together 14 years and you caught him cheating a year ago. He been cheating the whole 14 years. You just didn't catch him. So you need to keep going about your business. Keep going about your business. Miss China Doll, God bless you. Is it a good idea to learn how to flirt? How to flirt without being trashy? Thank you. No, it's not a good idea to learn how to flirt. That's what gets you flipped and tossed. So don't worry about trying to learn how to flirt. What you have to do is, what you got to understand, if you are a woman and you have a vajay, you already flirting. That's all the flirting you got to do is be born with that there. If you born with that there, you ain't got to do no more flirting. You literally could walk around like this and you flirting. Because it's one thing. Man ain't worrying about how big your smile is. He ain't worrying about how cute your laugh is. He ain't worrying about how good you can ad lib in a conversation with all the little sidebars. He he think about one thing, and then he want to get to know what's in your mind, and then ain't got to do nothing with flirting. But see, when a woman is flirting, it actually work against her, because men take everything and multiply it by 3. Some men multiply it by 10. So when you smile to a man, you bust out laughing. When you bust out laughing to a man, you touching on him. You see, a man could see a woman look at him and say, "Oh, she feeling me. Ooh, boy, she want me. Hey, boy, you seen? Hey, you seen her? She look. Hey, she did like this. Woo, boy, you know she want me." That's how men take stuff. A lady looked at me today, man. I was sitting there talking to my wife. We was sitting eating. A lady walked past me, looked at me. I told my wife, "Lady doesn't think I look good." I'm just making something. I don't know that. But that's how men, we just read into stuff. I say, "Yeah, that old lady there, baby, you look so good in here," and they see how well taken care you is. They trying to get to know what's up with this man. Why this woman so well taken care of, with all this here nice put together. But so imagine a single man reading into it. So you really don't want to learn how to flirt. You just want to learn how to be cordial, cool, calm, collected, without coming off. I was joking about looking mean, without looking mean and nasty. Make sure y'all put hashtag Q in the chat. And for right now, in the beginning of the chat, only questions in the chat. So you'll notice the moderators deleting extra commentary. We only got room for questions in the chat right now because I'm already missed them. When you met your wife, was a part of yourself operating from fear of commitment, fear of giving up your bachelor lifestyle? That's a good question, D Love. No, I was looking for my wife. But I didn't know what she would look like. I didn't know how to really treat a wife or how to receive her. For me, unfortunately, it was a bad situation for me because I was ready to get out of the game because I had done so much, which is not a good thing. I had done so much. I feel like a lot of times with guys is a lot of guys move a lot slower. And so they don't really do as much with women. So it takes them longer. A lot of men that I'm noticing today, not even nowhere near ready for marriage at 30. I got married when I was 23. But that's because by that age, I had been out there so wild, so loose that I had done enough to retire at 22. And so it was different for me in that sense. But when I talk to other guys, you know, and especially young men, mentoring young men, I really get to see how loose I was. Cause I'm like, wow. So it was kind of normal in my circle, but I really don't know. I really don't know. Can a 35-year-old man be genuinely attracted to a 49-year-old woman, or is he just looking to use her? He can think she's attractive. He can think she's beautiful. But when you say genuinely attracted, like, will he sleep with her? Absolutely. Does he want to marry her and grow old with her? Probably not. Unless he's, like you said, is looking to use her. So a 49-year-old woman, she may have multiple streams of income. She may have a nice savings of 10,000 or more, 20,000 or more, 30, not including like Social Security that she's been paying into since she's been working since 18 or 15, or whenever that starts. Not to mention 401k. So she could be pretty established, especially if she's been single all her life or majority of her life, And so this 35-year-old, he looking to come up. He looking for some stability. She got the credit to get a house, to get a car. He looking for that. So 9 out of 10 times, no, it won't be genuine. Could he think she's attractive? Yes. Could he think that she's beautiful? Yes. Could he want to sleep with her? Yes. But does he want to marry her? 9 out of 10 times, no. Creative art, God bless you now. Tony, what goes on in a man's mind as he decides to leave a marriage? How does a man decide if his marriage is worth it or not? Well, see, what you have to realize about that is if a man is deciding to leave a marriage and it's not due to the woman's doing, like she's not a cheater, disrespecting him and all of that, that really means that he was done a long time ago. And he just was going through the motions because he had no other options, no real options, didn't know where to go or what to do. So that's what you have to realize about that. It's not that a man is married and then all of a sudden wake up and says, hey, I want to leave this marriage. No, he was done a long time ago. And he just stayed because he didn't have anywhere else to go. Me, God bless you. Like right now, I've been married 13 years. I know as a man that unless my wife cheat on me or she start disrespecting me, like talking to me like a dog, there's no other reason that I would leave her. Like I'm not just gonna wake up and say, "Oh, I'm tired of this. I want to leave." That ain't how it works. Because that decision would have been made a long time ago. So a man know when he gonna leave now. A man might decide year one that he done, but he may say, "Let me get financially stable. Let me use half of her income to help me build wealth, cause she'll help me get in a house. She'll help us get some nice cars with her credit, with her income." 5, 10 years in, 15 years in, I'ma leave, and then I can leave with half of what we built together. And so a man already knows year one, year two, if he's gonna leave that relationship. Only way he doesn't know is if he's in love and that woman is faithful and then she becomes unfaithful. Asia, God bless you. Now, I've been friends with a guy 5 years. He recently expressed being in love with me. We are compatible and there's a bit of chemistry, but something is missing. If something missing, keep going. It's kind of like trying to make a cake without any egg. If something missing, then keep going. Don't waste no time on it because like I tell y'all all the time, a man is not really your friend. He is a friend with benefits waiting. He's not really your friend. He waiting to shoot his shot 9 out of 10 times. Now, there are exceptions to a lot of rules. There's not an exception to every rule, but there are exceptions to a lot of rules. So a man can genuinely be your friend, but 1 out of 1,000. So it's so few and far in between that you'll get hurt and used and taken advantage of so many times before you find a genuine male friend that's not waiting to pounce. Wonderful, wonderful. What makes a woman attractive? Confidence, really confidence. And confidence is not arrogance. So confidence comes with humility. And that's really what makes a woman attractive, because with confidence and humility also is emotional intelligence. A woman who can articulate herself, a woman who doesn't fly off the handle, a woman who doesn't feel the need to, posture or to be bragging and boastful or condescending and rude, but she can be strong. She's not going to let you run over her. She's going to be confident, but she's going to be kind and she's going to be humble. That's what makes a woman attractive to a real man. God-given, God bless you. Now, why is it that a man would say that it's over, but his action says different? And why would a guy not be upfront and say he has a girlfriend? Okay, you put 2 questions in there. When a man says that it's over and his action says different, what that means is that he is removing you from the girlfriend realm to friends with benefits realm. So it means that you don't have the right to ask me who I'm talking to, what I'm doing, where I'm going. But I'm going to keep you right here, because the longer I keep you right here, the more you're going to fall for me. And when you start to fall for me thinking that I want to be with you after I already told you I don't want to be with you, then I'm going to put you on your back. Now I got you as friends with benefits. That's what he's doing. And why would a guy not be upfront and say he has a girlfriend? Because most men are okay with cheating. Most men are raised and trained and born and bred to cheat. Most men are not faithful. There are a lot of faithful men. Let's say 20 to 30%. So if that means it's 1,000,000 men, then that means 200 to 300,000 will be faithful. That's a lot now. The other ones can be faithful, but they will only do it if they are held accountable along the way throughout the relationship. Not most humans won't do what they're supposed to do unless they made to do it. So the speed limit say 55. You going 60. You going 65. Why you going 60 or 65? You see the speed limit say 55. Because you say, I got somewhere to be and I want to get there fast enough. What's going to make you go that speed limit when the police stop and give you a ticket? Or you get in a wreck. Most of the time we go to speed limit after we done got a ticket or after we get in a wreck. That's the same thing happen with men in dating and cheating. Most men are capable of cheating and will cheat. But what lets him know he can't cheat is when he does a small thing and he gets checked. Every little thing he does, she checking him. She checking him. So he say, wow, if she checking me on this, raising my voice, if she checking me on coming in late, if she checking me on not calling her when I said I was going to call her, if I cheat on her, I know she gone. You see what I mean? So then he says, hey, I got to do right. We don't like to hear that. Y'all want to hear that, oh, he's just going to come in and be so mature and so perfect and so amazing because he knows God. Sheila, God bless you now. Lovely Rose. Men are as faithful as their options. What then makes a man value his wife more than his options? Well, see, what you have to realize is most men don't have options. So when if you just walk down the street and you look at, and if you could see how much a man make and what he look like, you can see what he look like, but you don't know what he make. Options is not just plentiful because women's standards are higher. So a lot of women want a man that make a certain amount of money. And with that certain amount of money, she gonna know that, or she gonna assume she know that by his shoes he got on, the watch he got on, how he dressed, what kind of car he driving. Your average man might make 35, 45,000. He can't afford multiple women. And most women expect for a man to pay for a date. The average man making the average amount of money can't afford to be paying for multiple dates. Barely can afford the woman he got. So a lot of times a man is forced to be faithful because he doesn't really have options. And that's why you see so many men get into nasty movies, watching the nasty movies, and the OnlyFans that's popping up, these accounts where you could pay a little something and see you something. A lot of men get into that because you ain't got to wine and dine her. They just pay a little subscription fee and get to see what they want to see. You see what I mean? So when a man has plenty options and he's faithful, that's because he has surrendered to something that's bigger than him. He surrendered to God, or he surrendered to his purpose. He surrendered to the love for his children, their legacy, them seeing a healthy household, a happy household. My ADT salesman, cute face, God bless you now, asked me on a date, how do I go about it, being that he already knows where I stay and my kids was here at the time he sold me my security. He nasty. He nasty because he breaking the company rules. You're not supposed to go in no woman's house doing your job for ADT and then ask her on a date. You'll wait. If you're a man of integrity, you're going to wait. You're going to pass that up and you're going to wait to meet her at the grocery store, at the gas station. So he nasty. I wouldn't even entertain that. I wouldn't even entertain that. If you didn't feel in your spirit when you saw him, wow, that's my husband. That's the exact picture I saw in my dream. That's what I described on my list. And he came and knocked on my door. If you ain't feel all of that right there, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Even if you did feel that, you still need to take it slow, 3 to 6 months. Social distance, talking on the telephone. Wonderful wonder. If you had a daughter, what is your best advice you would give her to sum it up? Keep your legs closed. Keep your legs closed till marriage. And you keep your legs closed, that's the gateway to your spirit, to your soul, to your mind, your legs. When you let somebody deposit their spirit, their demons, their energy, they everything into you, you done open up everything. That's like today biting off the forbidden fruit. Keep your legs closed till marriage. And watch and pay attention. You're gonna learn what you need to learn. Nicole Moody, God bless you. Tony, you teach abstinence until marriage. What if a woman never meets her husband? How can we cope with the loneliness and be pleasing to God? Well, you're gonna have to go to God for that. Cause see, what God says is, God is a friend indeed. All right, He got the everlasting arms. So me personally, I'm not gonna be able to tell you how to cope. You're gonna have to pray, and if you know God, you're gonna have to pray for the strength, for the wisdom, for the clarity, for your purpose. Because see, God can take and show you your purpose. Look at Oprah. Now, Step might be knocking a bike out of place every now and then, but could you imagine having a job that is that big? You might be too busy for a man. So that's what you also got to realize is, Rodnisha, God bless you now, is sometimes what you got to do, Lovely Rose, God bless you. I missed your question right there, Lovely Rose. Sometimes what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get busy in your purpose. Let me see. Shakita Harris, God bless you now, Shakita. I almost missed you right there. Jennifer's Life. Hey, Tony, I was in a 7-year relationship with a guy. He left me for another woman, got married and had kids. Now he's in my DM with Bible scriptures and wanting to get to know each other again. Why? That soul tie. That soul tie. He never healed. He never healed. He never grew. He never learned. He just went from pain to pain. He went from mistake to mistake, and he didn't learn anything in between. So he's still a dog. He's still immature. He's still lost. He's still lame. He's still hurting. And he coming back to drag you in because you was with him for 7 years. So he feel like if you was with him for 7 years, he own you. He could do what he want with you. He say jump, you going to say how high. So what you need to do by that DM is you need to block him. Don't even entertain it. Don't even entertain it. When somebody from your past wasted 7 years of your life, went on, started a whole life with another woman and then come back, you got to slap yourself for even entertaining a DM if you responded to him. You got to slap yourself. Front, back, up, down, left, right. Spit in your hand. Slap yourself. You really got to do that because you can't entertain that. Pretty humble, God bless you. Now, I broke up with my baby daddy 3 months ago. He's 31, sleeping with multiple women, but still tries to sleep with me and control me. I asked if he wanted to reconcile. He said no. Why won't he let me move on? Why won't he let me move on? Well, you are the mother of his children. So that's a lifelong soul tie. So the reason why he won't let you move on, because he don't want his children to be calling another man daddy. So what he want to do is just have you on the roster. That's what he want to do. So you got to just cut him off. Only communication is about y'all children. Tony, what are the specific signs? Adoring Galore, I hope you listening because I just keep seeing your name pop up, but the VIP line was filling up on me. I hope you listening now, Adoring Galore. If y'all see Adoring Galore post the same question, remove the question. So we'll have to keep looking at that same question over and over. Tony, what are the specific signs a man is planning to leave you and is only with you for his convenience ATM? That's energy. That's energy. It's not really like it's going to be, oh, this sign, oh, that sign. It's really energy. When a man doing that, he's going to have an attitude. He's going to be short-tempered. He's going to just kind of use you. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You're not going to feel wined and dined. You're not going to feel appreciated. You're not going to feel any of that. So that'll be energy. That'll be common sense. That'll be your woman's intuition letting you know. It'll be going off, sounding alarms. You will see that coming. He won't be all perfect and all of that. You'll know it's there. Beautiful heart. If men value loyalty, how is it that a man can leave a marriage of 15 plus to be with someone else? Is it a matter of trading up because of his options, or is it a matter of lust overriding loyalty? Well, see, what you have to realize is that a lot of men don't know what they want because most men are not raised to be husbands. Most men are not taught at a young age, this is what a wife is, this is what a wife look like. So a lot of times a woman gets the short end of the stick when you get with a man when he's too young and he's not fully mature, and you see that he's not fully mature and you deal with him anyways, and he's just using you as his hold me down to get where he wants to go. And then as he was with you them 15 years, it's really not about loyalty. It's really about the fact that he grew or he did not grow. But what he learned is that he didn't want you. And that's why he moved on, because he doesn't feel like he owes you anything, because to each their own, everyone for themselves in this world. And that's how men move. That's why even when you watch the movies and you see the young drug dealer, he want to take the life of the older drug dealer so he could control the corner. Men are territorial and always looking to advance. Grown boys, which is men. Now, when a man becomes a grown man, that's when he's a deviation from the common theme. And that's because of his experiences in life, his relationship with God, the revelation that he gets along the way. So it's really when people say, oh, we grew apart, that's a real thing. Meaning that y'all didn't know what y'all wanted and then somebody found out. Hi, Tony. Is your entrepreneurship with purpose course only for people that want to be life coaches? I am starting a skincare line. That's not a life coach course, but it is for people entrepreneurship with purpose. So what it means is like purpose, meaning if you want to be a service-based entrepreneur, like author, life coach, speaker, nonprofit founder, something like that. Skincare, that's more so a business. You can get some principles from the course, but it's more so just like, a normal business. It doesn't have to, what you're doing may or may not be purpose based. Like the entrepreneurship with purpose will show you or encourage you and talk to you about maybe having a leg of your skincare business to be for women who coming out of a toxic relationship. You have a non-profit that you raise funds to have girls pamper days, to where you get teenage girls and you do etiquette with them, and they learn about skincare. They learn how many times a day they should wash their face, what they should be washing their face with, moisturizing their face with. And you raise money from doctors and lawyers and successful people in the area to buy all this skincare, or you get CVS or Walgreens to sponsor X amount of thousand in skincare. That's what entrepreneurship with purpose is about. It's about earning a living, but making a difference in people's lives at the same time. It's like what you see me doing. It's like, people blessing me. So with the blessing that y'all sending, I could pay a bill with that. But at the same time, I'm not talking about trading cards. I'm not talking about real estate. I'm talking about something that could save you life and death, something that could keep you sane, something that could keep you from catching an STD, keep you from getting abused physically, emotionally, spiritually, keep you from soul ties. You see what I mean? So it's purpose based versus me on here talking about a video game that's not going to change your life. Not to say, not the people that talk about that, but Tessie, God bless you. Now, why does your boyfriend want you to agree to all his talk and opinions about any issues? But if you disagree with him too many times, he thinks you talking down to him. I told him I have my own opinions on things. Well, it's just control in nature. He immature. He's immature. That's why you with an immature man. Because an immature human being learns how to agree to disagree, how to respect somebody else's thoughts and opinions, and see what they can learn from what another person thinks versus just arguing back and forth. But this is the other thing. You also can't really get too caught up on it. You got to ask yourself, is this opinion worth sharing? Like if it's opinion that's a deal breaking opinion, like something that actually means something, like should we spank our children or not? Should we pay our tithes or not? Should we go to church or not? Like if it's something that's foundational, but it's like if it's about is the president a narcissist or not, that's not really arguing about. You know what I mean? Not really worth arguing about. So a lot of time we'll take these little petty things and we'll be arguing about what type of gas is better to go in the car. And you believe it don't matter, 87 is fine, and he's saying 93, and y'all literally going a full-blown argument, and then he get mad because you won't listen to him, and he been fixing on cars his whole life. You see what I mean? So now y'all done created a rift, caused some resentment over something that don't even matter. Whereas if it's about how you raise your children, what kind of school they're going to go to, things of that nature, your faith, your family, your finances, those are things that y'all got to find common ground on. But that other stuff we be arguing about, we tear down relationships arguing about senseless stuff, and it's just all ego. Ladies say, so God bless you now. My baby daddy is in prison and calls my son and I almost every day. I do not have a problem with him calling our son's phone, but should I answer my phone for him every day? I'm not in love with him. No, you should not. He need to be calling his son. If you're not in love with him, that's not your man, that's your ex, then you shouldn't be answering his calls because he just holding you and got you stuck because he in there behind bars, bored and need somebody to talk to. No, call your son, build with your son, get to know your son, talk with your son. But you ain't got to be talking to me. I'm grown. Talk to the one who needs you emotionally. So no, you should not be there because if you there answering his phone, what you telling him is that you have not moved on and that you're not moving on and that you waiting for him. That's what you telling him. So you'll be sending mixed signals with that. So talk to him when you need to give him a report about your son that you don't think your son is going to give him. Wonderful, wonderful. What to do when a guy tries to play back everything you said to him to try to make it seem like y'all have things in common? Does he genuinely like you? No, he does not genuinely like you. Okay, I saw that one. I thought I missed one. Brighter days. What does it mean? Bless you now. What does it mean when men say they want variety? Are they talking about wanting multiple women or wanting excitement in their relationship to keep things interesting? It depends on that man. But when I say men like variety, I'm talking about men in general. Now, what he's talking about, I don't know. It depends on him. If he a dog, if he a cheater, if he a womanizer, he talking about multiple women. Might talk about you coming down a pole. Might talk about you inviting another woman to the relationship. He could be talking about anything. It depends on that man. If I say I want variety as a faithful man, as an honest man, as a loyal, changed man. Now, when I was a trash man, not taking out the trash, but a dog, variety would have meant something totally different. So it depends on the man. Now, what you have to realize is that men have short attention spans. So what that means is men get bored easy. And that's why you'll see faithful men get into something like restoring a classic car or golfing or doing something to kind of keep their mind occupied, to have something else to give their mind to, because men attention span is short and typically what a man give that time to is something sexual. And that's why you see so many men into the nasty movies. That's why strip clubs thrive and do as well as they do. Men keeping them open. That's why these pages that's popping up, like the OnlyFans and all these different little pages, because men keeping it going. Men keep it open because idle mind, devil workshop. Chastity, God bless you. Now, Tony, why does a guy leave things behind if you were moving on? Example, personal belongings, then dogs, and last, now you have a child with the person. Well, I mean, he ain't going nowhere. You know, it's just like a dog leaving toys around the house in certain places. The dog gonna keep going back to them toys because that dog don't plan on moving. So your dog, man, he don't plan on moving. He plan you standing still. And that's why he put that dog on you. Now that's why he put that child on you. Because he's saying, listen, you belong to me for life. So what you're gonna have to show him is that you could put his stuff in a bag and drop it at his mama house. Or, you could cut ties completely. You got to show him that you moving on. But if you waiting on him to come get all his stuff and clean up for you and give you closure, that ain't gonna ever happen, because a man don't want to give you closure because he don't plan on letting you walk away and go on to another man. So as long as you willing to stand still, a man will let you stand still. Lila J, God bless you not. Do men always marry the one, or they get married whenever they are ready for it with whoever is around them at the time? Well, what you got to understand, Lila, is it really comes down to when that man is ready for marriage. But it also comes down to the woman. Now, there are a lot of women who could become a wife, but with a man, because men are not excited or extremely happy about settling down and being with one woman the rest of their life, men are waiting for a woman that convinces him that he feels is the one. So he could marry anybody. He could marry anybody. So like before I met my wife, it was several girlfriends that I had. But when I look back through them, I realized I never was in love. And the reason why I never was in love, because they didn't know what love was. I didn't know what love was. They didn't know what their standards were. They didn't know how they wanted to be treated. So anything I wanted to do, from anger, from pain, from stress, from worry, it was fine. It was okay. And so that didn't make me like the person, because I didn't grow with the person. It was just like, okay, if I want to spit on you, you just wipe it off your face. And you might cry, but then next thing you know, we're in the bed later. So really, men kind of are dating around until they meet the woman who has standards and loves herself and stands her ground, and that's what wakes him up. That's what wakes him up. It's kind of like in school. The best teachers are not the teachers that let the kids do whatever they want to do. The best teachers and the teachers that students love the most are the strictest teachers, because they know it's tough love. They know Miss Johnson, she gonna make you be quiet. She gonna make you finish your work. And if she gonna let you talk, all your work is done. The toughest teachers who have the most structure in their classroom end up being the favorite. And that's when they wake up. It's not that they just was bad kids and didn't want to learn. They just had to meet somebody that's going to have standards and say, this was finna go down in here. And that is a part of human nature. We go until we meet our match and somebody awakens us and call the greatness out of us, because they have standards, and then we are able to reciprocate that with our own standards. Now, hold on now. I'm hoping I don't miss too many of these. Natasha, God bless you. Tony, when working on the 3Bs and then fall into fornication one time, will that delay future husband's timing? Yeah, it definitely can, because now when you're in fornication, you create a whole soul tie. And when you create that soul tie, you may have to war back and forth with that soul tie. So it can delay it, but that don't mean that it'll be denied just because it's delayed. It might mean it might throw you off a month. It could throw you off 6 months, could throw you off a year, depending on how strong that soul tie is and what happens with that situation. John Harry, God bless you. Now, my ex left me to get back with, now how your name John Harry? My ex left me to get back with his baby mama for his kids, but still tell me he wants to be with me. We will still sleep around sometimes. Should I believe him? Yeah, you on the wrong page. You on the wrong page. Now, for one, you put John Harry in there. Okay, so that throw me all the way off now. You ask me about a man now. Is your name something else? Because I really don't know about that situation there now. And on the other side, you're on the wrong page. You need to watch all my videos. If you asking me, is it okay to sleep with a man who left you for another woman, say he want to sleep with you every now and then? Come on now. Y'all trolling. Y'all got money to waste? Come on now. Come on now. Y'all ask a real question now. S. Kazoo, God bless you now. He lied to me We dated for 8 months and found out he has a 5-year relationship with another girl. She forgave him. Do those relationships last after all? She said he will not cheat after marriage. Is that true? Well, let me ask you, for one, I want you to know you worrying about the wrong thing. You got to stop worrying about them and what they got going on. And you need to start asking questions about you. What do I need to do to heal? What did I do wrong? What do I need to look out for in the future? Because, see, it won't serve you wishing bad on them and hoping that they fail. That just have your life stuck in a rut and you blocking your blessings because you focus on what him and her got going on. Now, what you did not want to hear is, yes, absolutely, they could work out. They could work out and ride off into the sunset and be absolutely happy. You know why? Because sometimes people do something stupid like cheating and get checked, get forgiveness, realize the error in their ways, and change. Most relationships have dealt with infidelity. 9 out of 10 relationships have dealt with infidelity. 9 out of 10 successful relationships have dealt with infidelity. So they could ride into the sunset and be absolutely happy. That's not what you wanted to hear. So that's why it's the wrong thing to do to focus on somebody else's fate and future versus your own. Joyful Happiness. Also, can you join my mentor if you already have your life coach certification from another place? Yes, you can. MyMentor.life. I think the link is in the description box. MyMentor.life. It's just for certified coaches. So if you've taken a coaching course and you got a certificate by email or what have you that you can upload in there, then yes, you can join. Okay, I see your other question here. How do you sustain attraction in long-term marriage? You don't sustain attraction. You love. And when you fall in love, you don't have to sustain attraction, because when you fall in love, that comes natural. You want to do. You want to see. So like today, I was coaching today. And when I got done coaching, I had to go handle some business. My wife asked, did I want her to ride with me or did I need some alone time? I said, come with me. I would love for you to come with me. She came with me. I handled business. And then we went out to eat. Sat down at the social distance restaurant and we had us something to eat. Then we went and looked at a couple of apartments, for a family member that we finna move into their own place. And looked around and we spent that quality time. When I get off of here, we're going to get on Netflix and we're going to watch some Netflix. And then tomorrow morning, we going to train, with one of our trainers. It's my session, but she coming with me. So he going to train both of us. You see what I mean? When you in love, you just doing what love does. You want to spend time. You want to be there. So it's not something that you got to write down and plan out and all of that. It just, you selfless and you love. Lex, God bless you. How to handle a man who says he's focused on his goals and son, and that he is afraid he's becoming too comfortable being alone with his work and child. He's 25, 26. Well, Lex, you don't handle that kind of man. When a man tell you that, you run from that kind of man. Because when a man tells you that, really what he's telling you in Manglish, okay, that's not English, that's Manglish. What he's saying is, I don't want you. I don't want you. You're not worth me balancing. You're not my wife. So I'm comfortable working and being with my son. Hint, hint. I'm comfortable working and being with my son. Hint, hint. So he's trying to tell you, move on with your life. Unless you want to be a friend with benefits to where you can't ask me no question about my whereabouts, what I'm doing, who I'm doing, as long as you're going to be on your back with your legs open. That's essentially what he's saying. Because understand this, a man can have 3 jobs. When he meet the woman that he feels is for him, he gonna give her time every single day. He gonna find the time. If he got to talk to her going to the job one, on lunch break of job one, leaving job one, going to job two, lunch break of job two, leaving job two, going to job three, lunch break on job three, leaving job three, going home. He gonna be calling that woman. On his day off, he gonna be with that woman. A man is never, ever, ever, ever too busy for the one he wants. So when a man tell you he focus on business, or he focus on his child, or he focus on anything, and that mean I ain't got time for you, or I can't give you the time that you need or that you want, that he's trying to tell you politely, go on about your business. I'm trying to tell you that I'm not attracted to you, and I'm trying to put it in other words. So please hear what I'm trying to say. That's what he's telling you. Janae, God bless you. Now, how soon is too soon for someone to move in with you if they haven't or never had a place of their own? I'm a firm believer that everyone should have that experience prior to moving in with anyone. You're 100% right, and you got to stick to that, because a relationship is two independent people coming together to be interdependent. So you shouldn't ever let somebody go from being a dependent, living with somebody else, having a roommate, or living with their family, to moving in with you. That's why they want to move in with you, to get out their family or their roommate place. They want to live off of you. A person need to have their own place and their own transportation, their own place to live, and their own job. That's an independent. And you go from being independent to being interdependent. You never go from being a dependent to being interdependent, because now you raising a child. Now you being used. And the only person you need to be, that needs to be dependent on you, are your children or your mother or father, who cannot do for themselves. Andrea, God bless you now. God bless you. Jasmine D, God bless you. Tony, you often say your advice is like a playbook. What are the top offensive and defensive plays lady can make in the game of love? Now, here go Jasmine here with these here questions. And Jasmine might just be keep changing these names, asking these questions, because these questions sound like some of the other questions I've been getting now, Jasmine. And what I say to you is, keep watching the videos and don't try to make it like a science. Don't try to get to where you got it, wrote down and you, okay, all right. X, Y, left, cross, on hike, on 42. All right, let's go. Okay, Tony said we finna run a fly. You see what I mean? Don't do it like that. All my messages come down to is self-love, standards, and inside of that self-love and standards is keeping your legs closed and keeping your eyes open. Keep your legs closed and your eyes open. If you do that, you're going to be all right. Tim Henderson, God bless you not. If a girl is staying a virgin until marriage, she isn't Christian, is there any point in waiting if most men cheat and she won't end up with a Christian man? You got your point there now. Yeah, you can wait now. Yeah, you can wait. But see, this is the thing. The man that wait on you is actually could be the man for you. If a man will wait on you and he has character beyond waiting on you, then that must mean that's the man for you. Now, if a man waiting, but he's controlling, he's insecure, he's jealous, he's condescending, that's the type of man that's going to cheat on you. But if a man is waiting on you and he's respectful, he's loving, he's kind, that's the type of man that can be faithful to you. Now, if you're not Christian, keep watching me, keep listening, and you might find the Lord. I coached a young lady today who said she was an atheist when she found me. And she read my book. She said she read my book, Real Love. And she said the book, Real Love, changed her life and made her want to have a godly relationship. And now she a full-time believer helping other people change their life. So, hey, you might be able to make old change. Natasha, God bless you now. Tony, my brother is looking for his wife. He's 32. He loves boy bands, romantic comedies, hair, and fashion. Women judge him for this, and it's been hard dating. What can he do without changing who he is? Natasha, what you gonna do, what you gonna need to do for bruh is book him a coaching session, because you're not gonna be able to translate it to him. And I don't want to make any judgments or anything like that on here, or assessments without talking to him and getting to hear from him. That is a unique, combination that he has there. And he really needs somebody to talk to, that he can really express himself. But with the stuff he likes, it to me, it's plenty of women that like that stuff now. So if a woman judging him or it's hard dating, they could be picking up something else from him. And so he may need to, talk through with that to see what that energy is. Joy, God bless you now, told me he wasn't ready for a relationship. Put a stop on it and blocked him without explanation. Was I wrong to block without telling him again that I need more? No, you were not wrong to block him. But see, now that you questioning it and you wondering if you was wrong, that leads me to believe that you might be thinking about unblocking him. If you unblock him and you start back talking to him and he eases his way in there, that's going to be the worst thing you ever do. So what y'all ladies got to stop doing is acting out of emotion and being just reacting. Instead of reacting, you got to respond. So you got to be emotionally intelligent, because if you go back on what you did and he weaseling in there to knock you off. He coming to knock you off because you had the audacity to block him. So now he coming to make you pay. So when you make a decision like that with somebody that you don't owe nothing to, it's different if you block your mama, your daddy, your sister, blood relative, best friend from childhood. But when you block a man that you just met and he tell you he don't want a relationship, don't go back on that. Don't question it. Don't worry about it. Just keep it moving. Miss Angel, God bless you now. Advice on how to respond to my kid's dad, if at all, when he starts asking a bunch of questions about me looking for / finding a job. It's like an interrogation. Who looked at you, etc. On and on. Yeah, you should not be talking about that at all. So you just say, hey, that's neither here nor there. Do you have a question about, our children? If not, I got to get going. Just like that. And sit down and write out your response. Write out your response to the different questions. Get it in your spirit. Get it etched in your spirit to where you got a few go-to responses, to where you just know his personality and you know what you can say. But understand this, D. Madison, God bless you now. What you got to understand is that when you break up with a man and y'all got children together and you don't want to be with him, he don't want to be with you, the only thing y'all supposed to be talking about is those children. Nothing else. Nothing else outside of that. Makeup artist, Sherry O, God bless you now. Let me see now. Hold on. I'm a new member tonight. Kimberly, welcome. What are some ways I can tell if I'm the only one he's seeing without asking directly? Since I understand all men have 3 to 4 in rotation. You can't really worry about that. You can't get caught up playing Blues Clues, trying to be Columbo, Sherlock Holmes. All you can worry about is your energy. And what I mean by that is, it don't matter if he talking to 10 women if your legs closed. It don't matter if he talking to 20 women if your legs closed. Because what he do with his extra time, that's on him. But if you getting your time, if you getting an hour a day, he give you an hour a day. He taking you on a date every week. He got other hours, but you can't be focused on that. Because if you start to get focused on what he doing his other hours, you're going to drive yourself crazy. But when you a confident person and you focus on you and you doing your work, The person you dealing with, they gonna realize that. And see, this is the thing. You gotta understand human physics. And I don't know if this is a real thing. It's just what I call it. Okay, what I call human physics. When you pull away, they draw near. When you chase, they run. So when a man is not with you, if you texting him, calling him, checking on him, asking him what he doing, where he went, where were you at between the hours of 1 and 3:30 p.m. Eastern on May 26th? Oh, okay. My sources say otherwise. Where were you on Memorial Day between the hours of noon and 3? You see what I mean? When you go to doing that, he finna run because you chasing him. But when he's not on your phone and he's not in your presence and you working on your nonprofit organization, you working on your for-profit company, you writing your book, you getting your life coach certification, you making your profile on mymentor.life so that you can start helping other young ladies. When you doing that, guess what? He finna come sniffing your behind because he like, whoa, why you ain't chasing me? What's going on? When he see you confident and you not worried about what he doing, if he got other women, now confidence is attractive. So he want to come to you. And I wrote about this in my very first book when I was 22 years old. And when I tell you my wife did this thing perfectly, she listened to me and she did that thing perfectly. So when I'm on the road, if she calling me and blowing me up, that let me know she ain't doing nothing because she checking for me. But when I'm on the road, I don't hear from her. Unless I call her, I don't hear from her. Now I know we got two sons at the house, but my mind might go to, man, I wonder if she put them to bed and got her mom over there babysitting and she hanging out with her ex-boyfriend. So then guess what? That made me call her. So now I ain't got no time to cheat because I need to sit in the house, sit in the hotel room and talk to my wife just to make sure everything good and I caress my nerves. You see what I mean? That's the way the brain play on us. The same way you sitting there wondering, I wonder if he talking to other women. Guess what? He could be wondering the same thing if you worrying about you. But when you calling him, now he know for sure you ain't got nothing else going. But so that's gonna make him come to you. Now that's a lesson right there now. Hey, God bless you. Welcome to the new members now. Rochelle, bless you now. I love your videos. Keep them coming. Hey, I'm sure gonna try. Y'all got to keep giving me topics now. If I run out of topics one day, I'm just going to post a video. Hey, y'all, it's been good. I'm going to be retiring from old YouTube now because I'm not no, YouTuber. YouTube for me is about 10%, of my business. So the reason why I'm able to show up here is because y'all give me questions. If y'all don't give me no questions, then I ain't really going to have a reason to be on here just talking outside of my neck. Ashley Blair, I see you got married to husband because found out I was pregnant, even though I caught him cheating on the phone, and I plan to break up with him now. 1 year later, feel like I made a mistake. Hold on, let me see now. Want our daughter to grow with parents in the same home. Advice. You're gonna need coaching. That's a little too deep here. It's a lot of caveats and nuances that go in that. Whole lot of questions that got to be asked, because what you got to think about, you can't stay with somebody just for your daughter to be raised in a home. Because if you dealing with a cheater, that means that if he continues to cheat, that means you're gonna be emotionally unstable. That means you're gonna become toxic to your daughter. You're gonna become condescending, rude, and nasty because when you look at her, you see her sorry, no good, cheating father. So then she gonna catch you crying. She gonna see y'all arguing, and her growing up in a situation that's not faithful and happy can be way worse than her being in a single parent home, seeing you happy, healthy, whole, strong, confident, driven, focused, and seeing that, and then getting to see her, daddy on the weekend. Somebody's phone must have went dead. I don't know what happened. They phone over there. Miss Classy, please break down the male psychology. We can handle the truth. Tired of all these games. Nah, that's what all my videos doing, and I really can't tell you no more than what I tell you because you're not ready. You cannot handle the truth. The little bit of truth I give y'all on these videos, y'all be up in arms. Be up in arms. That video I did on dating 50 years old and up, I had to block like 20 women. I had to block 20 women because they were so offended. So offended by the truth. So offended by the truth. 50, 55-year-old woman wanting to believe that a 35-year-old man is infatuated and genuinely in love with them. Was so upset by that. Was so upset by me telling that truth. Offended. And so I tell y'all what you can handle. You know the man that say you can't handle the truth. That's why he say that. Because truthfully, you got to realize, for you to walk through somebody's mind, if you walk through, a man can't handle a woman full of truth. If we walk through a woman's mind, you know the movie What Men Think, What Women Think, you know the movies, and they got the person and it's saying what they thinking. Just listen to that. It's so interesting because you like, wow, that's what they be thinking. That's how it'll be. If y'all, so I really can't tell y'all everything because the little bit I'm giving you can't handle it already. So I'm like, I definitely can't tell the whole truth, not a whole game. No, y'all be out here because I did a video about how men date or something like that. And there was so many women in the comments talking about, I'm done. I'm done. I ain't dating no more. I retired. I am not dating no more. And I'm like, man, this been happening your whole life. I'm not talking about anything new, but just the fact that I put it in words made it all of a sudden a revelation. This been happening your whole life. You'd have been seeing men cheat your whole life. You'd have been seeing men lie your whole life. Your daddy might have did it to your mama. But now when I say it in the video, it's like it's a revelation. And y'all offend. Oh, I am not dating. I retire from dating. This how men are. It's like, what do you mean? What news you watching? What blogs you reading? You don't see what these men out here doing? You just don't see a whole bunch of happy couples prancing around. We got to create love. And that's why I tell y'all, love is not found. Love is created. And the only way you create it is by learning what love is and what a real relationship is. That's what it is. Gina, God bless you. Now, despite getting positive reinforcement for how I look, it's always been my biggest insecurity. Should I be open about specific insecurities with significant other or fake the confidence anyway? Well, you need to wait to what that significant other is. And you need to make sure that that's a significant other. So you don't want to be insecure with a man, you know, that is not your man. Like y'all ain't married or y'all ain't engaged and you don't fully know him. Because you tell a man you've been talking to for 3 months, 6 months, your insecurities, you in for a whirlwind, a roller coaster. He gonna use all them insecurities against you. So you need to start getting some confidence. So what you're gonna have to do, you might have to write some affirmations and put it on a 3x5 card. Put one on your mirror in the morning, put the other in your purse. You read it in the morning, you read it at lunch, you read it at night, and you recite these affirmations to yourself over and over and over. And you start to fall in love with yourself, believe yourself. You might need to hire a life coach. Go to mymentor.life. That's what a life coach is. It's just like a paid motivator. They're just going to be gassing you up. And when you hear another human keep telling you you're beautiful, you're smart, you're strong, you're classy, the reason why we have insecurity is because we have never been affirmed. We didn't have somebody that routinely told us that we're beautiful, we're smart, we're classy, we're strong. And so that's why we have those insecurities. But when you hear that over and over, it's going to change the way you see yourself. And that's going to change the trajectory of your life. And at Solomon, God bless you. Now, I've been seeing a guy for 8 months. Last weekend, he told me why he's had an attitude for a while. And it's his finances. Is this a reason why a guy gets distant and not wanting to rush in a relationship? Yes, 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 yes. All a man life and a man's entire life. When his money is funny, he gonna be acting funny. You hear me? But listen, that's not your husband. So if a man acting funny, then you let his money be a stand-up comedian. It need to be as funny as it's gonna be, and you don't offer a dime. You don't offer a dime. And if he can't get that money in order, if he can't get that money in order, cause he listen, a man with character is not gonna be mad about the money. A man with character, when that money get funny, he gonna find a way to get it where it need to be. He gonna find a way to make something happen. Now it's gonna stress him at first. He might get a little distant at first, but when he get distant, it's cause he digging in. It's cause he getting ready to go. He getting ready to put that foot on the gas. He getting ready to go. Now, when a man money is funny and he allows that to break him down, he allows that to change his attitude, change his energy, and he stays that way, and then he complain about it to you, that's a smoke signal saying, let me see if she a duck. Because most women who got some finances gonna say, or most people gonna say, oh well, I got a little, I could give you a loan, what do you need? Well, like right now it's like everything against me. Like, man, I'm so behind. Like, I don't even know if 5 grand gonna do it. Man. It's like I try so hard. You know what? I don't mean to cry. I ain't crying. It's just like I done been through a lot. It's like my brother died, and he gonna take you all the way through. You hear me? You're gonna have a whole scenario, and it's just to get a little loan, and then he gonna be pulling up with a new Charger, with a new Camaro. You be like, I thought your money was funny. He gonna be like, well, yeah, it was, but it was like when you blessed me, things just started going right. Ain't nothing go right. Ain't nothing go any different. He just only thing changed. He used your money for that down payment on that new Charger, that new Challenger. That's all it was. So let his money stay funny. Okay, it could be a stand-up comedian. Let him stay broke, and let him figure it out. Let him figure it out. All right. Leela J, God bless you now. Now, some of y'all need to sign up for a coaching session. Like Leela, you need a coaching session, okay, sister? All right. I need you to visit mymentor.life, because I keep seeing you in here getting a whole coaching session. But it's $9.99. You're going to need a coaching session, sister. I have a crazy life story. I mean crazy. Is it worth to write a book about it? I'm afraid of people judging me, but I also would like to help others and show that I'm a different person. Thoughts? Um, yes, you should write a book. And you can't be both. You can't be afraid and want to help people. You're going to have to make a decision. And so make the decision. What do you want most? Do you want to live in fear, or do you want to turn your mess into your message? Like they say, when you get tired of being sick and tired, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you're going to make a change. And so, yes, you need to write your book. I stepped out there. I wrote my book. My mama was mad at me at first. My daddy was mad at me. My homeboys was mad at me. But by me writing that book to help other people, it also helped me in return. And it has changed and touched millions of lives. Me sharing my mess as my message. This is what I'm doing right now. I was a dog. I was a womanizer. So when I changed my life, instead of just riding off into the sunset, I said, let me teach the game that I played. Let me give away the game, because I broke so many hearts. Let me see how many hearts I could mend, how many hearts I could help heal. And so that's what I committed myself to. And when you give, it's going to come back. It's going to come back to you. So you'll be taken care of while you serving. You'll be serving, and you'll be taken care of and be able to keep serving. Lady, God bless you now. Moderators, now I don't know if y'all can hear me. Y'all could take the night off, moderators. You don't have to delete any more questions or comments. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all done went 80 minutes strong tonight. Y'all get them moderators a round of applause now at your house. I really thank y'all and appreciate y'all. Y'all could, unless y'all see something crazy. Now you see something crazy, block them. You see something crazy, block them. But other than that, y'all could just, relax. Lady, God bless you. CF got upset. CF. Oh, maybe that meant BF. Boyfriend got upset with me because he said I made him miss his job interview. Came to dad home where I live and broke the bedroom window. Called me out my name. I blocked him. Daughter asked about him daily. What to do? Listen. Let her keep asking about him. Let her keep asking about him. Oh, child father, that's what that means. All right, that's a new abbreviation, huh? Okay. CF, child father. Okay. All right. Let her keep asking about him, and you keep loving her. You keep being there for her. Well, he's sick right now. He's sick, or he's not feeling good. Whatever, gonna get it. Or he's away right now. I'm gonna talk to him soon. But you let her keep asking, and you got to block him all the way. You got to move on. When a man show you that, listen. That right there is just a little bit. He get his hands on, and this the thing. Let me tell you how slap crazy he is. He came to your daddy house and did that. He disrespecting your daddy. When your daddy go on to meet the Lord, that man will spit on your daddy grave in front of you to make you mad. That man will spit on your daddy grave. That man slap crazy. If you come to a man house to disrespect his daughter, you done lost your mind. If I was you, I would never talk to him again. I let the child support court talk to him for the rest of his life, for the rest of my daughter's life. And if he want to see my daughter, if I was you, it'll have to be supervised, and it wouldn't be supervised with me. He'll have to sit there with my daddy. If I was you, it'll be my daddy, the supervisor, over his visitation with my daughter. That right there, because when a man, I'm telling you as a man, ain't nowhere in the world, if I go to a man house to break the bedroom window of his daughter, I done lost my ever-loving mind. You hear me? So you got to understand right there. You play with that, you going to meet the Lord early. You play with a man that's cuckoo like that, you going to meet the Lord early. Believe me when I tell you now. Donetta, God bless you. I recently divorced my ex. He's a narcissist, and a therapist did declare this. He is turning our 17-year-old son against me. My son hates me because of his father. What should I do? You're going to have to keep working with your therapist, okay? I don't deal with all the narcissists, all right? I'm a life coach. That's a clinical term. Life coaches, we don't deal in clinical terms and diagnosis. So if he's truly that means that could be a very toxic or deadly situation. That's out of my realm. I deal on more elementary stuff. We don't use labels and diagnosis in my business. So hope everybody on here tonight hear that and never say the word narcissist to me again. I see the word 10, 15 times a day, sometimes 20, 25 times. That's what let me know it's being way overused, because there's no other word that I see that many times a day. I read over 40,000 comments a month on YouTube, and I see that word way more than any other word. And it's just not that rampant. If narcissism is that rampant, as much as I see it, that'll be the pandemic. That'll be this right here, what we going through. You hear what I'm telling y'all? Somebody who famous, somebody who got a big YouTube following, I don't know who introduced y'all to that word, but I did not hear that word before 2018 as a relationship coach in my business. I did not hear that word. So I don't know who gave y'all a new vocabulary word that y'all just running with. And a lot of time when y'all describe that man, I'm like, that's the school teacher. That's the police officer. That's your daddy. That's your brother. That's the next door neighbor that you describe. All the men capable of what y'all be saying is what a narcissist. That's now about what every man go through in his life that he do to some woman in his life. It just y'all got to come on now. Y'all got to stop trying to just look for labels and start just getting the common sense from the situation. Playtime, child care training. God bless you now. God bless you now. Pour out in your life. That's a mighty blessing you sent there now. If a man isn't working the career he loves and making the money he wants, he can never give a woman his all. And if she has to help him get to where he wants to be in life, he will not stay with her because her presence will remind him of his struggle. Your thoughts? If the man knows God, that's the difference. That is true for a man who does not know the power and the strength and the love of God, and that a woman is the favor in his life. So for a man who does not have a relationship with the one who said a man who finds a wife and receives favor from the Lord, that would be true. But a man who knows the Lord understands that when he meets his wife, he's going to go from any struggle, because we always in some kind of struggle. He's going to go from any struggle that he's in to a higher level of blessings and favor. So he's not going to resent that woman or be reminded of the struggle. He's going to see her as a catalyst. He's going to see her as favor. He's going to see her for what she truly is. So now what that was written by is a woman, probably was written by a woman who was with a man who was not her man, who was not supposed to be her man. She tried to have a build-a-bear and tried to build him. And then when she built him, he left her. But it's not because she reminded him of the struggle. It's because he never wanted to be with her in the first place. Or it was written by a man who was not a man and he was a grown boy. And then he used a woman to build him. And then when he got where he wanted to be, he left her because he just used her to get there. You see what I mean? So what you also have to realize is that anything you read is written by where that person is in their life. So unless they are happy and healthy and whole, then they're not going to, what you read ain't going to be sound. Keely Crawford, God bless you now. Bless you and your family, Tony. Thank you for all you do. Have a blessed evening. Bless you, Keely. Bless you. Bless you now. Juicy Princess, bless you now. Juicy Princess now. Make sure my wife ain't hear me say that. She's like, who you in there call a Juicy Princess? Me and my ex are not together because of infidelity. Should I help build for our kid or only for myself? I don't want my kid to have to share inheritance. I really don't understand what you're saying now. I really don't understand what you're saying on that one. But if you saying should you leave an inheritance to your child and should you build your net worth, then yes. But I'm not really sure 100% what you asking me on that one. Okay, so now where y'all done read this CF at? Cause the first night I'm seeing CF, so y'all been in somebody comment section who done made CF a thing. So now I know CF mean child father. Okay, child father is trying to set me up with his co-worker of 4 years, but didn't tell the man who I am to him. Isn't it messy to entertain the man? Wow. It's absolutely messy. Sis, you ain't have to ask that question now. Now, if you had to ask that question, forgive me. If you had to ask that question, God bless you. If you had to ask that question, sis, God bless you. If you had to ask that question now, I ain't making fun of you. But in a situation right there, you need to cut both of them off. Cause you, if your baby daddy doing that to you, Let me show you what you mean to your baby daddy. You see this here piece of lint off the floor? This ain't a piece of lint now. This a piece of sheetrock. Let me get this piece of shirt. You see this here piece of shirt? Y'all know that my mentor shirt that I be wearing? This right here, I ripped it off the shirt. It was coming out the shirt. I ripped it off the shirt. This what you mean to your baby daddy. This right here what you mean to your baby daddy. You know what this do? This going in the trash. When I get ready to clean up, this going in the trash. I'm going to leave it on the floor in case I need it for a prop. But if your baby daddy take and try to hook you up with his co-worker, he see you like a $2 woman on the corner. You hear me? That man is crazy. That man slap crazy. You hear me? That will be the last time I ever talk to that man if I was you. That man crazy. That man will chop you up and sell you for parts. You hear me? That man crazy. Ain't no man in the world gonna hook his baby mama up with another man. Come on now. Come on now. Ayabella, God bless you now. Should I date a man recently divorced 5 months ago? Thank you for your advice. No. He need at least a year to heal. Humility, grace, bless you now. Question. Single for 2 years. My choice to self-love, learn, and heal. I notice I only get approached by married men and bummy men. Why don't men approach me? Men approaching you, but that's just the way the numbers fall right now. You got to keep increasing your rate of visibility. So you got to get out there a little more. You got to keep going different places. You know, you got to get in different groups, get in different circles, join different organizations. You got to keep getting out. Go where classy organizations being held, classy events. You know, as the country opening back up, you got to just get out more. That's just the way the mop flop and the cookie crumbles. You know, it's the numbers. It's how the numbers. It ain't about you. You know, it ain't about you. All right, now I'm getting ready to go. Now I missed some of y'all questions. This thing was going kind of fast, and y'all got to forgive me, cause I'm over my time limit now. Smile of charity, bless you. Now mentioned women should guard their heart, and said your own wife still hasn't fully given herself to you. How can we guard our heart even after marriage, since intimacy and children bring closeness? You still guard your heart in the sense of you're not open to doing any and everything. Like you still have some reservations. You still, what I mean by my wife still not being fully open, my wife ain't never passed gas around me. She never passed gas around me. Now maybe when we've been married 50 years, she might start letting it fly. And I'm gonna be like, what the world, girl? Something crawl up in you and die. But my wife has never passed gas around me for whatever reason. Maybe it's etiquette. Maybe it's a lady thing. Maybe she just saying, look, I want to keep this sexiness. You know, I want to keep this. So that's what I mean. Like some women, they come and they think that because this my man, oh, we gonna do threesomes. Oh, I'm finna do this. Oh, I'm finna get real nasty. Oh, I'm finna be. You see what I mean? This, we don't want to be YouTube live after dark, but you see what I mean? That's what I mean by giving too much. Now you still got to have some stuff that you say, okay, I'm not with that. I don't do that, or I'm finna save that. That's what I mean by guarding your heart to where you not just a slave. Purpose P, God bless you. Now, Tony, you are the truth. Thank you for your time, effort, and patience. May God continue to bless you. Cherie, Tony, and Tater. Hey, bless you. Thank you, now. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Martina, bless you. Wow, Martina showed out. Now, y'all showing out with these here blessings. Now, I sure appreciate that. Now, y'all give me a second, because I feel like I probably missed a couple of questions in there. A couple of people that sent a blessing. So y'all hold your question now. Let me see if I can see something. Lanina, bless you. Lanina sent me a blessing without a question. Okay. Sinquet Wilkes. Okay, I see your question. Sinquet, I miss you now. Hey, Tony, you don't have to address this now, but thought it could be a question for Entrepreneur Saturdays. But can you talk about how to go live on social media? How to not be camera shy? I don't know if I could really teach you that. To be honest with you, I'm extremely shy. I'm extremely shy. I know sometimes y'all can't tell it, but the only reason why that I'm able to get on here is because I connect with my purpose. It's because I realize that what I'm doing is helping people. And I only know that because people will write me or they'll see me out and about and they will come and say, your message saved my life. It changed my life. I literally was on my last straw and your message saved my life. I was getting ready to end it all. And just hearing you, it gave me the confidence to keep going. So I just connect to purpose. But I'm extremely shy. I'm extremely shy, extremely camera shy. If you meet me in person, you'll be like, is this the same guy I follow online? Even my coaching calls, some of my clients on the coaching call, they be like, is this the same person from online? Like, now I keep it real with them the same way, but it's not exactly the same. And so what I'm saying is it's good when you shy. When you love attention, that's not good. When you love attention, when you love the camera, when you want to be on the camera, when you want to be out here and have everybody looking at you, that ain't good. That ain't good because that's ego. But when you shy and you got to overcome that shyness and you have to connect to purpose, that's when you operating from humility, and that's when you really gonna be able to be a blessing and things gonna work out for you. So understand that. Hey y'all, I'm over time 6 minutes now. Yeah, I done been on here an hour and a half, and it ain't healthy for me to be standing these lights, standing all these bright lights in my face. So God bless you now. I may try to go live tomorrow night depending on what's going on. Depending on what's going on tomorrow night. But I typically try to go live right now Monday through Thursday. Though yesterday was a holiday, so I ain't do no video or anything. But Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week, I may go live. Then sometimes if I get free or something going on and I'm home by myself because my wife had to do something, then I might pop on the live like I did on Sunday this week. But other than that, Monday through Thursday is what I shoot for. And the night I announced it 15 minutes before I got on here, so I ain't getting nobody a heads up. So I really can't plan my life out like that because my life, revolve around my wife and my two sons. So me and my wife was out today. So that's why it happened this way. So y'all kind of keep your eye on the community page. I post it every now and then when I'm getting ready to go live on Monday through Thursday, or if I'm gonna do a bonus live. But hey, God bless you. I really appreciate you. And to the moderators, thank y'all so much for helping me keep the chat clear. And the moderators, they don't work for me. They're not in my organization. They just supporters on YouTube who I kept seeing their name over and over. So y'all understand that. And I don't tell them to post my courses. I don't tell them to post my mentor.life. I don't tell them to do any of that. These literally just genuine supporters, and they're gonna be blessed. And I pray over them, and I pray that the Lord pour out in their life and answer all their prayers and open doors in their life. So thank y'all for your service and for helping me. God bless you. I appreciate you. And in addition to y'all who sent a blessing on here tonight, thank you. That really mean more than you know. And to the person that sent me a cash out, because Caramel Kisses post my cash out, thank you. I got that. I saw that. I appreciate it. And I hit that heart button. Now, if a man send me a cash out, I don't hit the heart button. I hit the prayer hands, the hands up like this right here. So y'all fellas, if I accidentally sent you a heart, I love you like a brother in Christ, but understand that means something else. All right, I send these here to the fellas, but I really appreciate you. God bless you.